We are the DFPN. Always question the answers.
No Gimmicks Podcast, and we bring it to you. Every time we turn live, man, you know it's the truth. Every after show, moving down, this the time to move around. No Gimmicks Podcast is going down. Every night, every time in the ring. This is the time for the No Gimmicks, no, we doing our thing. What's your state of mind, state of mind? Moving down a statement when we take the line. This is exactly wrestling the state design. When you see Stone Cold like me, with the stunner in the world, exactly, man, what we bring. Every night we move like Brock Lesnar, the F5, no gimmicks. We take you to your limit, what's the feeling? When we live in the air, you know we on, this the time. Guarantee we move, you know how we respond. The state is mine, the state design when we feel it. Moving down, what's the healing? No gimmicks is the feeling.
Yo, 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 what is up, everybody? Welcome back to the No Gimmicks Podcast here on the DFPN. And before we get into the show, man, I just want to say thank you to whoever made it rain and get rid of this heat. I'm loving it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It ain't completely gone yet, but the hottest of the days are look like that it's over. So I'm just thankful for that.
I don't know what the fuck you talking about.
Oh, because you're south. Up here, we feeling good. It's good.
Yeah, yeah, we gonna see about that one. Yeah.
Oh man, but we got a good show. My co-host is always the fabulous one, the Sith Lord, D Vader. What is up, sir?
Oh, you bastards! Fucking 74 degrees out there right now, man. Thunderstorms and shit.
Yes, it's lovely.
Man, fuck y'all. It's 102 today out here.
It's so lovely. I love it.
Yeah, whatever. Fuck off, man. See, we have to. That's how we have to try to start the show off positive, and then some bullshit happens. You got to bring up the weather.
It's a good morning up here, bro. It's
whatever,
nice.
Whatever. But no, I am doing fabulous, my friend. How about you?
It's awesome, man. I'm doing good. It's been a week, but here we are. Let's talk about it. Let's get into the show. We're gonna start off brand real quick because this was an indie show. It's the elephant in the room. We need to talk about it. The Raj Jackson situation.
Yeah.
The internet itself and the wrestling community have so many thoughts on this particular topic. Who's wrong? Where's the blame? Who's taking the blame for all this? I think it got blew out of proportion, honestly. I think this was a miscommunication on all parties that got blew way out of proportion. So I want to strip down everything and look just at the situation, not anything else but the situation, and try to figure out where we went wrong with this. And me and you were talking before the show, and we share the opinion that everybody in this situation is in the wrong, right? There are no innocent parties in this situation. Really, if you look at it, it's just everything went wrong based off of one situation. Now, I'm going to take it back to the beginning of this situation because the story we get is that a beer can was hit upside the head of Raj Jackson, and he reacted away, took out his frustrations in the ring on Psycho Stu. But if you just look at that sliver of information, you can put so many theories out into the universe of just that. He got hit upside the head with a beer can. He took it out on the guy in the ring, right? He went too far. That's the narrative that's out there. He went too far, but nobody's really dialing in on the beginning of the situation, in which we kind of did this before the show. And that is, I think that there was an intention there to make money off a particular situation. And the
Right.
situation is Roger Jackson has a big following. He's a streamer. He follows his dad's footsteps in the MMA world. He has a big following. He streams. I believe that information was known, and he was coming into the building with the stream, and it was live, which that's a fact in this situation. He was already in the building streaming. And I think Psycho Sid knew this information.
Stu,
Sorry. I think he knew this information and was trying to make a situation out of it that they could make money on, put eyes on the promotion.
right.
That went completely awry. That plan, it failed, and it failed miserably. And it ended up with him in the hospital. And in this entire situation, once it got bad, the care for Psycho Stu was no longer under consideration by anybody, by Roger Jackson or the promotion. Because if you look at the video evidence, no one considered this man's safety. Once in the ring and things went down, like Roger slammed him, hit him uncontrolled, uninterrupted 22 times, and afterwards they still did the pin, and the man was unconscious and ended up going to the hospital. They said he flatlined in the ring, but that whole situation is horrible. I'd like to get your thoughts, because I've kind of talked about this at length during the week, but I'd like to get your thoughts on this situation as a whole.
I mean, the situation as a whole, man, is that everybody's wrong in it, from the promotion all the way down to the participants in the situation. First of all, you don't hit somebody with a beer can unless this is a pre-planned spot, pre-planned angle in which the other guy knows it's going to happen. If you come in and you hit somebody, and I don't know that this is going down, I'm going to be looking for blood.
Correct.
Straight up. I'm going to be pissed off. My shit's going to be up. You know what I mean? So the mere fact that you got somebody who has a huge social media following, who is following in his dad's footsteps, everybody knows Quentin Rampage Jackson, who, big name in MMA, and had prior worked for TNA Wrestling, as part of Main Event Mafia. Somebody should have smartened Raja up to the business. And somebody should have let him know, hey, this is a work. This is not a shoot. This is not, it's not real. Nobody did that. And It seems like from what I, saw in the situation, it's like he got egged on some shit. He got basically antagonized to react, to do something. Even though the other guy, Psycho Stu, was saying, you're going to sell it, you're going to sell it, you're going to sell it. That is your clue right there of, he's trying to make this to an angle because he's asking if you're going to sell it. Okay.
Right.
Wrestling terminology. Are you going to sell it? Are you going to, react to this? But there's two ways you can act to this. You can act to this in a kayfabe way where we're telling a story, or you can act on this like Roger did. Like, no, I'm going to fuck you up. Like, on some gangster shit.
Right.
So I just think everybody's all wrong in this. And the mere fact, I think that when he got in the ring and did the spot to include him in the show, did the spot with Stu, okay, then basically just started fucking just beating the brakes off his ass. Beating the brakes off of him.
Yeah.
Bombing on the dude. I honestly think two things. Either these people thought that this was all part of the show, this was all part of the work, that they worked this out, or you need to really watch people around you, bro. That nobody came in the ring to protect you, nobody came in the ring to help you.
Right.
Maybe you got some haters around there that were laughing their ass off while this is happening, and then they realize, oh shit, it's going too far. Now we got to get in here and break this up.
Right.
This is only my speculation because I'm not there, but that's what I'm getting from the situation is that, and then they made a pin. If the dude flatlined in the ring and he got beat like he did, the last thing you want to do is make a pin on somebody. You'd be trying to get the police out there, or get the ambulance, call 911. Or do you have paramedic? Do you have a doctor in the audience or some shit? That's what you're going to be doing here.
Yeah.
Not pinning somebody and then realize, oh shit, he's really hurt. Like, come
Bro,
on,
you
man.
can see when they go for the pin, you can see him convulsing. Like when the motherfucker's knocked out. Like
Yeah.
that deep breathing people
Yeah.
do when they get knocked. That's what he was
Right.
doing.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, are these people thinking this dude is selling? Like, come on.
Hell no. Hell no,
I'm just
he ain't
saying.
selling.
That's what I'm saying though, because Devon Dudley can do that convulsion kind of shit, really good.
Right.
But he ain't got blood coming out of his mouth and teeth. So that's what I'm talking about. Like, it's like with Sue. Like, hey, I don't know you, homie, but you need to really question the people around you, bro. Because
Yeah. Most
they
definitely.
let that happen, bro. Like nobody came in and like this dude is basically bombing on your ass, like you in the hood. It's like just fucking just wailing on your ass. Nobody came
Right.
and did a damn thing about it. Nobody came and helped you, bro. So you need to really consider, like, do these motherfuckers like got it in for me? Are they jealous of my success, or what's the deal here? You feel me? So I don't
Yeah.
know, but I do know one thing, that Roger should have been smartened up to the business. I would think that he would be smart to the business. Your dad was a part of the business. I would think you would know that this is a work, that it takes two to tango. It takes two to make this dance happen. So I don't know. It's just a disappointing situation for everybody involved. And I know a lot of podcasters out there are saying, oh, there should be some criminal charges, whoop whoop and all that. Okay, well, that's going to be hard, because if there's going to be a criminal charge, guess what? Homeboy got hit with a beer can.
Yep.
Right there.
Yep.
Hit with a beer can. Penal Code 245. Okay. That happened before this happened. Problem is, Roger, he accepted the apology.
Yep.
So when you accepted the apology and the dude came up and says, okay, you gonna get back your receipt. Okay, that means you're part of the work now. You're part of the show. So everything that happened in the ring, like it or not, they can say it was part of the show. Even if I shot on the motherfucker in the ring. It's part of the show.
Yep. The promotion let it happen.
Yep.
And that's where I say, like, if that angle was not legit, if it wasn't an angle, then once that beer can spot happened, you apologize about it, you go on about your way. And I think they were trying to make something out of it, because it was being streamed. And that's what makes me think, like, people knew this was being streamed, because if they have you on video hitting somebody upside the head with a beer can, and you know what I mean, like, they apologize for it, like, that can come legally. That's a situation for them.
Of course. And
It's
that's another reason why they could have. That's another reason why they may have suggested that Raja be a part of the show.
Yep.
Because that's kind of their way of getting out of any kind of legality, because we put him in the show. Like, they knew, we'll put you on. That kind of like, well, he knew it's a work. He agreed to come in the ring and do the spot. And who's to say that they didn't talk about, him and Stu didn't talk about the spot beforehand, and Roger just went too far with the shit. Maybe Roger went too far for his audience, because he can't look weak with no fucking fake wrestling, quote unquote.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Correct.
So it's a lot of different factors. That's why you, like, a lot of MMA people that come into the business, they got to get smartened up and realize it's a work. I mean, Dan Severn,
fly off the
and Shamrock.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can't get that person. Like, you could be a street fighter, MMA fighter, all that's gravy. I'm not knocking none of that shit. That's legit shit.
Mm-hmm.
When you come into this over here, this is show business. So it's a different mind frame. It's a different mindset when you come over here. You can't just come in there and just start wailing and grounding and pounding them. That's not the way it works, man. That's not the way it works.
Right.
So I don't know what happened here. It's a bad look for everything. It's a bad look for the business, to be honest. And it costs Rikishi a lot right now. It costs Rikishi's Knox Pro Wrestling. It costs their WWE ID deal. Everybody's, I mean, from what I understand, a lot of people have left that school. They don't want to have anything to do with it. It's bad right now for Rikishi and everything that's going on.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm gonna say about that though? I'm gonna tell you like this. Let me tell you like this.
What's that?
It's called karma, bro. Because Rikishi Rikishi was just talking shit about Zilla Fatu not too long ago, talking about Umaga. You feel me?
Fair point.
Look how shit turns around, bro. You
Fair
can't put
point.
negative energy out there in the universe and not expect a return. Not expect that receipt to come to you. Just saying.
Fair point. That is a very, very fair point. And yeah, you're right. That situation bit him in the butt. Very much so.
Especially when you hear Zilla Fatu's mother talk about everything she did to help his boys, the Usos, get into WWE, and how he really didn't do a damn thing. And even the Usos said this. Umaga was the one who came and told them, dude, y'all bullshitting. Like, let me take y'all, and we're gonna put y'all in Booker School, and we're gonna make something. Y'all, y'all can do it. And it was them two that did it. You feel me? So It's kind of like I get what Zilla Fatu's mom is saying, like, bro, you ain't gonna return a favor? Because dude wanted to get his face painted because Jeff Hardy was real close with his dad. There was nothing wrong with Zilla Fatu's having his face painted at Summerversary.
No, at all.
No. It's like, and it's like Zilla said, like, why didn't you come, talk to me on the low and put me up on game? Like, why would you want to stall somebody? But another thing I gotta say right quick, and this ain't I'm not knocking, Rikishi or nothing. I'm not, but it's kind of funny though, that when he does the show, I hear you talking about Jay all the time, but you never talk about Jimmy and you never talk about Solo. Just saying. I'm just saying. Just saying.
Because only one of his sons captured the big championship goal.
I understand that, but you got three boys there, Solo and Jimmy and Jay, and they're all successful. They were all part of one of the best storylines ever in WWE history, the Bloodline.
Yep.
So I'm just saying, if it's my kids, I'm putting them all over, bro. Not
only that, it's the family, right?
Well, yeah, Roman, all of them.
Yeah, it's all of them.
Yeah,
Jacob, like they're all involved in some great stuff. You know what I mean? Even Solo had the championship. Yeah. He just lost it, but he had the championship. You didn't congratulate him on winning his first piece.
I didn't see shit. No praise at all about none of that, bro.
Nothing.
That's what I'm getting at. So it's like, all this shit happens. Like it's called karma, bro. Like there's just certain shit that you don't put out there in the universe, man. You don't do that. And it's like you knocked him and you knocked Umaga. You knocked him, like, for what, bro?
Yeah, for what reason?
Like, you talking shit about a man who's deceased. Like, that's one thing I'm not gonna do. I know it's fashionable right now with dead wrestlers to talk shit about him, and I ain't doing that because you gotta face that karma, homie.
Yeah, most definitely.
Not doing it.
Most definitely. But yeah, that whole situation, bro, it's like, I mean, I know if they play it right, they can come back from it because nothing's impossible, especially.
Well, you never say never in the wrestling business, but right. This is going to be a hard one here because if I'm Psycho Stu, I'm like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, you sucker punched me, and then you took liberties on me. Right. So in the wrestling business, like, how can I trust you to even work with you?
Right. And plus the fact that he had already been dealing with PTSD, according to
that's what I'm. So it's like, how do you then trust somebody with your body? It's man, look at some of Bret Hart's matches from back in the day. Mm-hmm. Bret Hart would do some of the most vicious looking shit. And he never hurt you.
You're right.
Because it's controlled. You got to teach Raja the control. I'm pretty sure Raja would be a badass if they taught him the control. But what happened now is you're kind of getting blackballed out the business because nobody wants to fuck with you because of the situation.
There's a promotion that tried to book him, or they did book him after this. And I think they were in talks with WWE to be a WWE ID school, and they reported that WWE withdrew their interest real quick because they had booked him.
See, that's what I'm saying, man. Like you just, it,
Yeah, he's
nah,
a no-go. For anybody
yeah,
wanting consideration, that guy is a no-go. He's a
yeah,
black eye
you
on the
know,
industry right now.
yeah. That's kind of like, and this, and I hate to say it like this because it's just it's terrible, and this dude didn't do shit. It just happens to be who his father was, but it's the same thing with Chris Benoit's son, kind of blackballed unofficially from the business.
Yeah. Don't want nothing to do with him.
Yep, it's
Yep.
unfortunate.
Very. It's very. But that's the territory he's in right now. And
Yeah,
until hearts warm up to him, which ain't gonna be no time soon. I'm gonna say that now. It ain't gonna be no time soon. There's too
no,
much
then there's
anger out
and
there.
there's su- and there and there's the civil penalties that could be going on
Yep.
here. There's
Yep.
also the possibility of criminal charges, being brought on here. I don't know. Where exactly did this happen?
This was Knox Pro is in Cali. So
Okay,
this happened in Cali.
okay. So I don't know if it's L.A. County or
No,
whatever.
I think it's north.
Northern
No,
California.
no, no,
Okay,
no. It is LA County, I believe.
that's L.A. County. Okay, so
Yeah.
that's L.A. County. That would be under the jurisdiction of the L.A. County Sheriff's Department, and that's going to be the DA's office if they want to investigate this and bring charges, or if it's LAPD, whoever. But it all goes to the district attorney. District attorney's gonna
Yeah.
look at the facts. District attorney's gonna look and see. It's a bad thing, bro. Like I don't know. I don't see this. I don't see this situation being criminal in nature. I don't see it that way. I see it as somebody got hit with a can, wasn't smart enough to the business, was told, okay, get your get back, was told kind of get your receipt, okay, cool. But was not properly trained to do so.
Right.
That's
Right.
what I look at this as.
Right.
I don't see it as a situation where dude intended to go in there and fucking try to kill this guy. I don't think that's the case at all. I think that an angle turned into basically he got worked into a shoot is what happened.
Correct. Correct.
That's what happened.
And as much hate as he's getting, like you gotta kind of levy some of that on the promotion too.
You got to lay a lot of it on the promotion because it's
Yep.
supposed to be a controlled environment. It's
Yep.
just we can't do shit like this, man. That's one of the big things I have about outsiders coming into the business that don't understand the business. These things happen, so it's kind of like, and this goes to anybody. This goes to WWE. This goes to TNA, AEW, whatever. You got to really watch people you bring around the locker room and bring into the business because everybody's not smart like that.
Right. And
Especially if I'm a fighter, especially if I'm a fighter, I'm not smart to it. Like you have to teach Mike Tyson the game how to work. You have to teach Dennis Rodman how to work. Karl Malone how to work. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But Buster Douglas when he was there, remember that back in the day?
Yep.
So
Yep.
you gotta teach these people how this goes. This is not like, bro, this is show business.
It is. But also I was saying this too. Like they have to have a certain level of respect.
Yeah.
For the business. In order, because you have to treat behind that curtain, you have to treat it like it's the Ark of the Covenant back there, bro. It's like you got to have a certain level of respect because that's a privilege to be back there. And you have to understand that. People that don't understand that shouldn't be back there in the first place.
Oh yeah, you have to have a certain level of respect. You have to understand the business. You got to have a certain mindset, like psychology wise, to understand and take all this shit in. I've been there, bro.
Yeah.
This is what you do. You respect the craft. You respect the art of what's going on here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Not just come in and we gonna run an angle on somebody that doesn't know the art, don't know how we got to where we are, doesn't really know the history of the business.
Right.
Don't do that.
Agreed.
So
agreed. But with that, let's go to the let's go to the WWE because we gotta talk. We gotta talk some funny stuff.
Can we afford to go to WWE?
That's what I'm about to get into.
I'm just saying.
Here we go. Clash in Paris is actually tonight on the Peacock, on the PLEs. They will. Oh no, actually, yeah, it's the last one. It is the last PLE on Peacock before they go over to ESPN, and they were promoting this heavy. They are in Paris, but one funny thing happened during the SmackDown tapings.
You sent it to me.
And that is the fans were chanting, "We have no more money because we used all our money on these tickets to get into the building." And that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. When a foreign crowd is like, "Bro, we can't afford to get in here. Y'all didn't make this affordable. We spent all our money on tickets to get in here. We have no more money."
Yeah.
And it's like, when are things gonna change? When are they gonna look at this and be like, "Bro, we have to make these ticket prices more affordable"?
Well, I don't know. The same thing. I don't know.
Go ahead.
maybe that'll happen. The same time when people stop playing games with their fucking tariffs, maybe that's when it'll happen. Maybe that's when it'll happen. Yeah. I'll save that for another time. But here's the thing. I bought tickets this week for AEW, Dynamite and Collision, coming here to San Antonio, Texas.
I saw that.
All right,
I saw that.
God, I'm gonna be there live in public. So, but bro, the top ticket was like $467.
Yeah,
for
front row.
Front row.
Yep.
People, AEW is the best ticket in town, bar none. Okay, I'm telling you this. I jumped on this shit. All right, to be there live. So when it comes to the ticket situation with WWE, it's not going to change, because when you have people telling you, "I don't mind paying $6,000 for a ticket. I don't mind it's going to be $70,000 for a ticket. If the marks are going to pay, let them pay." Same thing here with ESPN. Well, I'm not gonna get ESPN app because I'm not gonna support the mouse. Not gonna happen. This is all Disney. Okay, so I'm not gonna get this ESPN Plus app. Tonight is the last PLE on Peacock. I think this is gonna blow up in their face. I honestly do. I think this is the last straw for a lot of shit, because somehow they were able to finagle themselves and say, "Oh, listen," which I kind of think this is a conspiracy. "Listen, if we put these 2 night shows on, we'll get out of the Peacock deal quicker. And then we can go to ESPN. Okay?
Yep.
Does it make sense that WWE kind of figured out, oh shit, we actually completed our dates ahead of time. So yeah, we're actually going to be moving over to ESPN Plus
next month."
That's kind of funny that happened.
Next month.
Yeah, next month.
We'll be over there. Not next year. Next month.
Yeah, we'll be next month, right? So that kind of leads me to believe, like, this was all pre-planned. They knew what they were doing. They obviously had been talking to Disney about this situation.
Probably since before they left USA Network and the whole Raw deal. I bet they were talking to Disney about this exact thing during that time.
And Disney has come out and said recently that we need men back. We need males back. We lost him. Lucasfilm lost him. Marvel's lost him. We need the male audience back, even though we bought 2 fucking brands to attract the male audience that we feminized. And you know what's funny? I thought about something the other day. Because we always talk about strong women characters, right? Strong female characters that are well written, right? And you know a strong female character that was like, she was badass and people were like, oh yeah, man, we can rock with her. You remember that movie Tremors? You remember Reba McEntire's character in Tremors? With her husband? This chick was a badass.
Oh
She's
yeah.
well written. She grabbed that shit and she was down with it. We have the same thing in wrestling. We have strong women wrestlers. Rhea Ripley, number 1, right? Then you got Bianca, right? Then you got Jade Cargill.
Mm-hmm.
Disney made this deal because they want that audience. They need the male audience to make this thing happen. Now, here's the thing though. Is the WWE audience going to migrate over here and pay $30 a fucking month if you don't watch sports, right? If you're not a sports fan, if you don't want to watch fucking football, if you don't want to watch football, if you don't want to watch anything like that, are you going to pay $30 a month for this fucking app?
No. But you would have had me if you kept UFC, because I do watch UFC. If you would have kept UFC on ESPN along with WWE giving the free PLEs, and then UFC does what they did with Paramount and do the free pay-per-views, that's a fucking deal.
Let me tell you something. I am really surprised, and maybe I'm putting this out there in the universe, because see, Paramount, Skydance Paramount, they're making a lot of big moves lately, and one of the big ones was acquiring UFC.
Yep.
I would be surprised if Paramount isn't looking at the WWE video library.
I would be yeah,
they can,
I would be surprised too.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying. We can go right into it.
Go ahead. Let's go.
Because we were talking, we were speculating here about where does the library end up? Yep. Does it end up on YouTube? Because they've been WWE Vault is up. WCW Vault, very successful YouTube channels are up right now that they're putting. They have all this content,
hours and hours,
thousands of hours of content that's already backlogged
that we've never seen. They dropped
seen.
a match the other day, and I was like, "Holy hell!" I never knew this match existed. And that was the Hulk Hogan versus Ric Flair dark match. I was like, "Bro," I never knew this existed, and they put this out like it was nothing, and the crowd ate this up, and it was like, "Bro, why did we never get a WrestleMania match between these two? Based off this match alone, that would have been legendary." But the fact that they have this content in the vault, just like, here, it's Tuesday. Here you go. Hulk Hogan versus Ric Flair in the dark match. Like, what else do you have in this vault that you could just release, bro?
Every fucking thing. Like, they just released a match every day. WWE Vault channel, triple threat after Raw in Toronto. Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels.
I saw that in Sid. Yes.
Yeah.
I saw that too. I was like, bro, they got bangers in the vault that they just released like it's nothing. And then behind the scenes footage from WrestleManias, like, come on, bro. That's valuable content.
They're going past what we thought the WWE network was, right?
Correct.
Past that. This is a whole new thing, and it's kind of like, I guess that's one thing TKO I can say they're doing a good job. Like, we have all these fucking videos here.
Let's just hear.
And Vince McMahon said a long time ago, we have all this video. I bought all these tapes that you guys aren't utilizing this shit.
Yep.
That's what he said.
Yep.
They actually just recently started uploading episodes of Superstars of Wrestling on the channel. There's been a big, and the reason why these episodes were never put on the original WWE network is because they've been in a legal battle with a promoter all the way back in the 80s. This promoter had the term Superstars of Wrestling trademarked before they started using the Superstars Wrestling TV show, before it became created. So they have never uploaded. So what they've done is they're uploading these episodes, but they're just taking out the wrestling part. It's just Superstars. Now, fun fact. Years ago on WWE.com, they had they had a little network on there, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of like the Vault, but they used to have these Superstars wrestling episodes on there, and they just put took out the Superstars wrestling part, just called it Superstars.
Right.
It can be done. It's just a lot of editing that has to be done.
Right. Right.
But they're utilizing the video content, the video library. I think, for instance, I believe that the library is going to end up on ESPN. I think they're gonna take it.
I think that too.
Yeah, but I also think that it's not going to be exclusive to ESPN. I think YouTube is where it's going to be, but WWE is going to be smart about this. They're going to charge a membership. They're going to do membership where you get certain content.
I agree with that.
Why have it on one? Because here's the thing: if ESPN gets the library, well, what are you getting? You don't get Monday Night Raw because that's on Netflix.
Right.
When Netflix got Raw, which in my opinion, as a Peacock subscriber of the network since day one, that's a breach of contract because you removed all the episodes of Raw from Peacock and put it over Netflix, and Netflix has never even uploaded all the shit. So that right there is a breach of contract. So ESPN, if you're listening, Bob Iger and Disney, if you get the library, you need to talk to them and say, we want the library. We want Monday Night Raw. Why is it over exclusive to Netflix?
All of them.
Yeah, we want all the shit because you're not getting everything.
Right.
So that's kind of where we're at with that. I think that this is going to blow up in their face. Honestly, I don't think the subscriber count is going to be where they think it is for ESPN Plus. I think $30 is a lot to ask for if you don't watch all this other shit. That's just me. With Peacock, bro, I watch other shit on Peacock. I watch Halloween Kills, Halloween Ends. I watch Jurassic World on Peacock. I watch Columbo on Peacock. All the old heads know Columbo.
Yep.
So, this is what I watch. There's other shit. Law and Order. They have a lot of different content on Peacock, not just WWE. So that's why I have it. There's nothing on there that I would say, oh damn, I gotta have ESPN Plus because I want to watch WWE content. No, absolutely not. There's too many people that have already uploaded the entire network to other places.
Correct.
So, you don't have to have
correct.
I don't have to pay for this shit because there's people that have already locked and stocked the damn network when it was around, and they have the archives.
Yep.
They're just now releasing other shit like the shows at the Omni that they have. They're probably going to be adding some Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling. I think they're going to be doing that shortly. They keep pulling out these specials out of their ass that have not seen TV since when they were out there. I know that they're going to be uploading more episodes of WWE Shotgun Saturday Night, WCW Saturday Night's coming. More episodes of that. It's a lot of shit they got in that vault, man.
Yeah, most definitely, man. Most definitely. And that's what I was saying. Like, just that, what they're doing on the YouTube channel alone, if they bring that anywhere else, it's a moneymaker.
Yeah.
Especially for people who like nostalgia. Because there's a ton of it. They have a ton of it. And that's just the WWE library. Imagine if they start releasing unreleased shit from WCW, ECW, which they have the rights to. Just imagine that they start releasing something.
I want to see more WCW house shows from the 90s.
Yes.
I want to see more house shows like during the NWO era.
Yeah.
I want to see because there's a house show. It was on YouTube. Somebody had recorded fan cam. But there's a house show. It was Hall and Nash in the main event versus the Giant and Lex Luger from '97. And the Outsiders are coming out to the Fugees, ready or not. So I want to see more I want to see more house shows.
Yeah.
They uploaded right after Hogan passed away. They uploaded a whole bunch of unreleased Hogan footage that I've never seen before from WCW. There's a lot of shit there. There's a lot of shit in that vault. So that'd be like Christmas for me, bro, to even have that vault. Have like if they say, oh, hey, listen, we want you to go through here and look and see what we got. Okay, cool. What do you want? Go through there and got to look to this here and look at the master tape here. And they got the master tape because I really want to see a director's cut of Bash at the Beach '96, the Hogan Hill turn. Because they've shown so many different angles. Yeah, they've shown so many angles that I've never seen before.
What if they have footage of like after it happens and Hogan's backstage?
They probably do. They have to have something. They gotta have footage.
They
of him
gotta
walking
have
back.
something.
Yeah, they gotta have
like
footage of him walking back.
The immediate walk back through the curtain and like you see people. I want to see the looks on the faces of everybody in the backstage area after that happened. And I know they have it. I know they have
to. Yeah. Yeah.
Just to see the looks of like, holy shit, what just happened?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I'd love to see that myself.
Me too.
That's one of those things. Like walking past the cops that were watching it when he came out there, like they got the camera. Like, what was their reaction to this?
Right.
That's like because they were going crazy. They were like when he came out there, the cops were like, oh shit, like oh yeah. So what's their reaction walking back with the bad guys? Like
bro, we need
that's why that would go down. That's why they will go down that's why it will always go down as the greatest heel turn of all time. Bar none.
Bro, they're gonna compare any heel turn to that to see how big it was. And that's how you know it's the biggest, because even John Cena, they compared it to Hogan.
I when that happened, I came around the show and I said it's not the same.
Me neither.
I said, no.
It wasn't for me neither. I was like, it's a good heel turn, but if you talk about what Hogan did, bro, it don't touch it.
One of those heel turns revolutionized the business and brought the business back to prominence. The other one, you just wasted dates for John Cena. That's all you did.
I would agree with that. That moment, the Hogan turn turned wrestling on its head.
Yep. That's what it did.
It did. It turned it on its head. Everything you thought you knew, there's the business before that moment and the business after. Because everything you thought you knew about it changed in that moment.
Yep. Because like how could this happen? That's the thing. That's because Hogan had been a babyface for so long.
Yeah. I call it the day pigs flew.
Right.
Because you never thought that was going to happen.
It's literally the day that hell froze over.
Yes, it is. And time stopped.
Right.
It made time like, whoa, what just happened?
Yeah. I agree.
What just happened? Though, bro, the day someone throws trash in the ring. Until that day, you ain't topping it. Like people throwing trash in the ring, people jumping over the barricade only to get beat up. Like that's how big that heel turn was.
Yeah. And you can't get away with that now because
you can't.
Number one, they'll kick your ass out of the building. But and number two, just nobody has that kind of heat now. Nobody has that kind of heat. The audience is not trained enough to these days. The audience isn't trained enough to invest in the heel or the babyface because they don't know who the fuck the heel and the babyface is. I mean, Seth Rollins is supposed to be a heel, but he's getting cheered.
Because, I mean, that's a curse of that era too. It became cool to be bad.
Right. Yeah.
People like the
cool
bad
heel.
Guy. Right.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So
absolutely.
Yeah, most definitely. All right. So the last thing I got is we were talking about the network and the vault, and I discovered VPN.
Me too.
So I had it for a while, and like I really never used it. Like I know what VPN is. I know what it does, but I never really used it until I had a reason to. So Stephanie McMahon came out, and she was talking about the whole ESPN and international thing, right? But she was like, if you want to catch some of these international shows, right, just get a VPN, log into that country, and you can get SmackDown on Netflix. And I was like, damn.
Hold on. Hold on 1 second. I gotta stop you.
Go ahead.
Stop you for a minute. So she's telling you basically, yeah, go ahead and bypass Peacock.
She gave you the loophole, bro.
ESPN and plus and all that shit.
She gave you
And
the loophole.
Yeah, go get Surfshark.
Yes. Yes.
You know, go get that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Seth.
She gave you a key. And I was
Yeah.
like, I didn't even think about that. But thank you, because here's what I'm about to do. So I downloaded my VPN because I got rid of it. I downloaded it, got a trial, and I was like, first, let me test this out.
Right.
Let me go to the P Hub real quick.
Right. That's right. That's the most important thing to go to. And let me tell you right quick, people. The reason why he's saying this is because right here in the state of Texas,
Yep,
they want to do some bullshit
they banned
called age verification.
Yep.
Well, Frank D ain't verifying shit. Okay. If I'm gonna watch some fucking pee, I'm gonna watch the fucking pee, and I'm gonna say my ass is from Seattle. You feel me? So fuck that.
That's the first thing I did. I was like, let me go to the P Hub and see what's up. It's like, oh, it loaded. Cool. I was like, oh, it loaded. Cool. We in business. So
fuck the P Hub. I go to X Hamster, but that's just me.
Hey, that's the only one I know. It's been a while. So I was like, let me go test it, see if it works. It worked. So I was like, all right, now let me go to Netflix. And so I went to Netflix, logged on, and lo and behold, I got to watch SmackDown live because they were live in France. I was like, oh, this is dope. So I was like, let me try something else. Went to the WWE Network because I still had it on my Fire Stick. Went, opened it. Login still worked. Everything. All the content's still there. And I'm like, bro, this is crazy. So I was like, thank you, Stephanie. You gave me a loophole to bypass all of this stuff. So to all the users, get yourself a VPN. Go to Netflix. Free. Free if you want to watch it. You know what I mean? You don't have to get the $30 a month. Go to the Netflix app, and there you go. You got it. You are set. And if you want to get to the old network stuff before they take it off, because I'm pretty sure they're gonna eventually close the network off for everybody.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
eventually.
So eventually,
a lot of people have already copied the network, so
right.
It's kind of insignificant at this point.
Right. But it's there if you want to log into a VPN, international VPN, and go on the network, it's still there. Yep. So yeah. But I just found that interesting. And I found it even more interesting that Stephanie gave that information. She just gave it out. And I was like,
well, she's got, it is a sponsorship. So,
yeah,
she is sponsored by this. That's why she's doing it, because she has she's sponsored.
It's a major key.
Right.
It's a major key.
Hey, so I was going to ask you right quick though. So, one guy that's been making some waves lately, that's causing a lot of ruckus, and I want to get your thoughts on it. I haven't really listened to too much of what he said, but I saw some stuff he said. What do you think about Jake Hager's comments about Tony Khan?
About Tony Khan?
Yep.
I find it really, really convenient that he's coming out and saying this now.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't surprise me. It really doesn't surprise me that he's saying it, because he was an original. He's an original. He's not a day one, but he is an original AEW member. And for him to have that experience there, it doesn't surprise me him saying something to the effect of AEW changed when Cody left, because that's obvious. AEW did change when Cody left.
Right.
And that was a big hole left in the company. That's not surprising to me that he would say something like that, because I've heard that sentiment from people like Frankie Kazarian, right? where he said, like, I have to take my destiny into my own hands. And he's like, I got to be in control of my future. So I went to TNA, right? You see that kind of sentiment from those early guys that leave the company. And for whatever reason, they may have been Cody guys. We don't know that. But what's obvious is the attitudes changed at some point, especially when his comments towards Jericho. And what's surprising to me is Jericho is quiet. I know him and Jericho are really cool. But that kind of fuels the speculation too of maybe Jericho's getting out of there. Maybe. We don't know that either, but only time will tell. But nothing surprises me about what he said. Like at this point, I kind of expect it. And you know, AEW for their part, they haven't retaliated against them. They haven't refuted anything. They just kind of kept it quiet. So kind of got to take it with a grain of salt, really.
Yeah. I mean, that's the nature of the business.
Right.
You just, if you have a problem with your previous employer, you're going to go out there and say what you want to say. And that's his First Amendment right to do so.
Yep.
So I just thought it was kind of interesting because I actually thought Hager could have been something big there. And
me too.
They just never pulled the trigger.
The crowd gravitated towards him a lot there, a lot more than they did in WWE.
Yeah.
And to get over something like
he knocked Cena too the other day.
Yeah, well, that too, yeah. That too.
So, yeah.
So, I mean, and like I said, it doesn't surprise me. But for me, I thought Jake was pretty much out of the business. So it's kind of surprising to see him talking about the business, unless he's just at a point to where, like, I ain't going back. Here's everything I know. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah. And like you said, Tony Khan is not said anything about it. Hasn't.
Right.
I don't think Tony Khan really cares, to be honest.
Correct.
I mean, they're kind of them being AEW. They're kind of on a roll right now with a lot of stuff they're doing. Okay, and like I said before, I mean, if Chris Jericho ends up going back to WWE, more power to him.
Exactly.
Me personally, I don't really see the appeal, but that's just me.
And we're in a situation now, especially with Tony Khan. Like, I like the stance that he's taking right now. He's like, man, I'm focused on AEW. All this other bullshit, like,
yeah. My thing is, if you don't, it's like it's the same thing that Bischoff did in WCW in like '99. Had a lawyer come in. If you don't want to fucking be here, I'll give you a release. Don't be here. Yeah. So I mean, that's the thing. If Jericho feels that he's done everything he can at AEW, which he probably has, he's earned it. And he wants to go back and finish it and have one last run with the company before he goes into the Hall of Fame, because Jericho's a Hall of Famer. And anybody out there who thinks that he's not a Hall of Famer, you're fucking lying.
He's definitely a Hall of Famer.
He's a fucking first class, first bout Hall of Famer, period. Yep. For sure.
Definitely.
Been watching Jericho since WCW 96 when I first saw him before. So he's earned that right. Me personally, I mean, if you're looking at what a lot of these wrestlers are saying when it comes to evaluation, your TKO, what do you have to offer us, Chris Jericho? What have you been doing in AEW? What are your quarter-hour draw? What do you do? Because I know for a fact that the ratings would go down when he was on TV the last couple of years.
True.
So that's not me knocking Jericho. That's from WrestleNomics.
That's true. The crowd kind of got tired of the act.
Yeah.
But that leads me to believe, like, if he goes back to WWE, it's a good thing for him because it's a reset.
Yeah. Speaking of resets, I want to talk about this right quick. What the fuck is going on with the New Day?
Bro, you know what's going on. You know what's going on.
Yeah.
What's going on.
I thought R-Truth was driving.
Speaking of which, he dropped a new album, but that's beside the point. But yeah, it's kind of funny to me that in the same instance that happens, you get the New Day doing what they do. And you get there's a string of coincidences that don't seem like coincidences if you look at them. It's no coincidence that R-Truth goes back to the funny R-Truth the same time the New Day lose their tag team championships, and then they come out doing what they do now. There's no coincidence that R-Truth goes back to this funny R-Truth the same time the Street Profits lose their championships, and then now they're out of the picture completely. I mean, these are coincidences. They just so happen to happen at the same time.
So
I'm just pointing that out.
Are the New Day supposed to be the new version of the Maximum Male Models now, or
it seems they're leaning in that direction?
What I don't ever remember the New Day doing anything like that. I mean,
me neither.
That's just that's just weird. Like you took them when they were kind of like badass heels in the beginning when they were getting those reactions, and now they're not getting that reaction, and you put them with Grayson Waller, which makes no sense at all. That's kind of like a cuckold kind of situation. I don't know, man. It's just weird, bro. But hey, at least we got the Syndicate.
Yeah. But back to the New Day, these are the most decorated tag team. That's the most decorated tag team in this era. The New Day.
They don't feel like it.
That's what I'm saying.
It seems to me that somebody shut down that momentum that they had going. Like, creative has nothing for you unless you want to go out there and, I don't know, be feminine.
All I'm saying is them and the Street Profits both held tag team titles at the same time.
Yep.
And now they don't.
Yeah. I see that.
Who's the tag team champions on Raw right now?
I don't know.
Exactly. Who's the tag team champions on SmackDown right now?
I don't know.
Exactly. My point exactly.
Yeah. Who's the tag team champions in AEW? Syndicate. I'm sorry. AEW. where the black man can actually be the black man. Strong black man at that.
My point exactly.
Hey, listen. We've seen this kind of thing happen. I'm not, this is not like a racial thing. I'm not making it a racial thing. I'm telling the truth here. We've seen this thing happen with men of color all the time, where we gotta put you in a dress, shit like that. That's what we have to do. We have to break.
You don't make it unless you put on a dress.
You gotta put the dress on. You know who didn't put the dress on in his career? Who never did that?
Dave Chappelle.
Denzel Washington.
Oh, Denzel Washington too. Dave Chappelle didn't.
Denzel Washington. Yep, he didn't. Yeah, he didn't put the dress on.
Yep.
So it's kind of like I see the New Day now, and they're dressing. They're real metrosexual and shit now for some reason. I don't get that. I don't understand where this is coming from. This is not the New Day. I'm like, if y'all gonna do this, y'all might as well go back to fucking throwing pancakes.
You ain't too far off, bro. You ain't too far off. That's what I'm saying. It's like the audience isn't dumb, bro. You got to quit insulting the audience's intelligence. Yeah. You have two legitimate, talented ass teams that held championships that you did nothing with.
Yeah.
You didn't do anything with them. And then when the New Day turned heel, they were hot. And you didn't strike when the iron was hot. So were the Street Profits. The Street Profits had an attitude change too. That
lasted all of 2 weeks, and then they were back to being babyface.
Exactly. You didn't strike when the iron was hot. You could have made magic. You didn't. And no one's questioning that. Everybody's pinning it, though. the tag team division isn't what it used to be. It isn't hot.
Well,
You could have made it. You could have made it something because
well,
you had legitimate tag teams, legitimate talented tag teams that could work and put people over, because that's what the New Day has done. That's what the Street Profits has done. You didn't even give the Street Profits a WrestleMania match. You put them in a SmackDown match that they went out there and they fucking banged on that shit, bro.
yeah.
And that should have been a WrestleMania match. You didn't even do that for them.
And once again, why is Trick Williams not on the main roster?
The man is the hottest shit in TNA, and he ain't even a part of the TNA roster.
Yeah. Why is he not there? Why is Omos, who got the biggest pop at Triple Mania, why is he not there?
Not working the roster. The man single-handedly shows up to AAA, and that's the most views that they've ever got, is when he shows up at Triple Mania. Him and Microman.
Yeah.
And they won't put him on TV. The man goes to Japan, makes a name, becomes a legend in Japan. So much so that they want him back out there. He comes back, you have nothing for him.
So, and this is like, once again, I'm just pointing this out, man. I just know, and listen, I'm not knocking these people, right? I'm not knocking them because I get it.
This is just pointing out.
This is pointing out facts.
It's the facts.
Why is it though? When I'm watching the little WWE shit that I do watch, I see the Samoans basically getting over being black. I see John Cena that got over being black. Basic thugonomics. Yet when I see other talents there, R-Truth couldn't get over being black. He had to get over being crazy, having some type of a split personality, little Jimmy and shit. Mm-hmm. I see the New Day; they couldn't get over being a Jamaican or whatever. They had to get over by throwing pancakes and shit. I look at the Street Profits; they can't get over basically by their athletic talent alone, especially Montez Ford.
Yep,
they gotta do bullshit. The New Day have to now do bullshit to be on TV. But yet the Samoan talents can be black and get over. And be prominent. That's the part that I don't get. And I'm not knocking the Samoans because I know
I get what you're saying.
where they come from. I know where Jacobs come from. You feel me?
Yeah.
He about it.
Yeah.
You Damu. I get it.
I get what you're saying. I understand completely. And what I'm saying is there's no reason a Montez Ford should not have already held gold. Singles gold.
Yep.
The man is talented as shit. And he should be a single star. Now, whether he's doing that because he doesn't want to split the team up, that's his decision. But I'm telling you, the man is a star and should be treated like one. He isn't. There's one person in the New Day who hasn't won gold, but he should be in position to, and that's Xavier Woods.
Yeah, and they had a story they could have been telling there.
They for real. That whole run before they turned heel, I thought he was going to be the only one to turn, and it was tailor-made for him to win gold.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you mean to tell me honestly that Xavier Woods can't do what Jey Uso is doing? He can't get over to that next level. He can get over to that next level.
He can. Not only can he would be a star.
Yeah, he can.
His charisma is off the charts, bro. Like he should be. These are things that I'm in my head. Like, why are these things not happening yet? Because if Xavier wins gold, the New Day is the most decorated team out of anyone because every member of their team has held gold.
Well, bro, look at what's going on here. You literally watch that show. Okay, you have no singles black performers on that show.
This is
They're
true.
all stuck in tag teams. Carmelo Hayes is stuck with the Miz.
This is true.
R-Truth is doing whatever R-Truth is doing. You know, back to doing his bullshit instead of, you know, who I'm driving now. Yeah, you drove us off a fucking cliff. So I don't know.
No, I'm
It's
with
just,
you there, bro.
I'm very disappointed with how they've been done. I'm disappointed with the way the LWO members have been done. Like you have nothing for these fucking people. Like nothing.
And that's another one. That's another
Yep.
one. It's
Yep.
like, bro, I seen them on AAA and the way that crowd reacted to not only them, but what's the stable with what's his face? There's two stables that are normally in WWE.
Talking about the Judgment Day?
Huh?
You talking about the Judgment Day?
No. It's Santos Escobar, his group.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Them and the LWO, when they're on AAA, the crowd reacts to them heavy.
Well, of
On
course,
normal,
that's their people.
It's their crowd. But the way they work with that crowd is no different than what they do on WWE.
Yeah.
It's
But you gotta look who's running AAA down there, who's doing it.
Exactly. But it's like, bro, you have stars on your hands and you don't know really what to do with them. But when you find them a lane, they excel.
You're not supposed to excel. You're supposed to stay where you at. Just be happy you're there and getting a paycheck. Don't go above and beyond anything. This isn't. Listen, Steve Austin said it years ago in ECW. You know, how about we do this thing over here with me and Sting, you know, US title. No, baby, that's for somebody else. We're gonna keep you where you at right now. Well, how about me and Hogan do something, you know? No, baby, you can't do that. That's WWE nowadays. You can't do that.
Yeah.
Well, why can't we be pushed up to where the Usos are? No, you can't do that. And we only got room for one Uso, as a matter of fact, and that's Jay. All right. Now his brother can be there. We can have his brother hang around Sami Zayn or whatever. That's fine. But because Jay's the top merchandise mover. Well,
Right.
I mean, we just had this whole thing that come out with Naomi being pregnant. Yeah, that's yesterday's news. That was like last week. We're that's cool. But we're back to this now.
Imagine if they did a story with Jey Uso saying, I have to be the best I can be because I have a kid coming into this world.
Come on, Jimmy.
Jimmy, my bad. If he says that, like, I have to be the best I can be. I have to win gold. Because
you can't, because they've given that to Sami Zayn.
There you go.
They give it to Sami Zayn.
There you
Sami
go.
Sami Zayn, I guarantee you, I believe this is going to happen. Sami Zayn is going to win the Royal Rumble.
I believe you.
He's going to win, and he is going to headline WrestleMania next year. Watch. Or not headline. He'll be in the
night
title
one.
match,
He'll be night one.
Because I forgot. The Elimination Chamber is more important than the Rumble. My bad. My bad.
I believe you.
Yep.
I believe you.
Yeah, well, hey, there you go.
Well, but let's wrap it up because it's storming and I'm scared this power is about to go out.
Oh, you're being a pussy now, huh?
No, I don't want to be.
You're up here talking earlier about. Oh yes, all weather's so good out here.
It is, but it started. Oh. You know, it's also bipolar.
Oh, I get you. Shit.
Let's get into these final shots, bro. All right. Before we get out of here, I do want to say next month, October 25th, we will be sponsoring the second show of Who Runs the World by Metroplex Wrestling. Coming to that show already is Nikki Blackheart, who's hot on the indie scene. Chris Statlander will also be on this show. And Bailey, by way of IG, announced that she will be pulling up to the show to watch Chris Statlander. So she will be at this show. So October 25th in Irving, Texas. Who Runs the World 2? They have a bigger venue this time, and it seats more people. It's going to be awesome. The first show was awesome, so I expect this one to be awesome as well. We will be sponsoring that show. Also tonight, Matthew Palmer's Gothic Ball is going down. That's going to be a good show as well. And November 7th through the 9th, we will be up at Cape Con in Cape Girardeau, Missouri, with the Cutting Edge Heroes team. There will be some live podcasts from the DFPN over at Cape Con. They do have a pod space to where you can go and you can make live shows. You can have an interactive audience. We will be doing that. So if you're in the area or if you're anywhere close, please come out to Cape Con November 7th through the 9th at the Show Me Center in Cape Girardeau, Missouri. Get your tickets online at capeevents.com. Please support the team because this is our first foray into the convention scene. Want to make sure that we're doing a good job promoting it and getting people out. And this is a chance to come see DFPN, bro. If you like the shows, if you mess with any of our shows, it's a great chance to come see us live. We're all friendly, we all interact, and it's gonna be a good time. And we're gonna use this as some fuel for 2026. So November 7th through the 9th, Cape Girardeau, Missouri. Please come out to Cape Con. And with that, Frank D, what you got?
What do I have? Well, Frank D. Vader. Okay, I will be appearing at the Star Wars night here in San Antonio. It's going to be September the 6th. Okay, it's for the
Next Saturday.
San Antonio missions team.
Nice.
I will be there as Darth Vader for the 501st Legion. So it's going to be my very first troop as a member of the Legion. So I'm looking forward to that. If you're in the San Antonio area, you can come out and say hello to Frank D. Vader. We can talk wrestling. We can talk the dark side of the Force. All type of shit like that. And that's pretty much it, man. Got a bunch of different things I got going on. Matter of fact, something came the other day. Let me see if I can find it right quick. All right, do I have it? Fuck it. This came the other day, which is the Kylo Ren. Okay, Force Awakens.
Ooh.
Yeah, I got that, and I actually have the something else that came. My wife. It's cool to have actual action figure of my wife. So this also came, which is the second sister.
That's dope.
Yeah, second sister Inquisitor from the Jedi Fallen Order video game. So doing that. Recently completed some helmets. Rogue One. I recently completed that.
Nice.
I was supposed to do an event last weekend, and I didn't end up doing it because, people. I'm gonna post a picture later, probably on the Instagram, which is D Vader Cosplay. I'm gonna show you how much I love Dome. I'm gonna show you how much I love that dome because I got nothing but domes, right? I got all these domes printed out, right? And I couldn't get the dome to stay on the motherfucking mask. So I was like, fuck it. When you start doing things, you get frustrated with shit, you can't do it. So I was like, the hell with it. But that's the end of that right there. All I gotta say pretty much is we enjoy the support here of everybody listening to No Gimmicks Podcast.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Bill on the last show that we did.
Yep.
Always a pleasure talking to him when we get on here and do our thing. And don't forget to help control the pet population. Every pet spayed or neutered, okay? And that's pretty much it, man. Listen, everybody out there, chill the fuck out. We've had some bullshit. We had some bullshit happen this week in the wrestling business. We had some bullshit happen in real life in Minneapolis. Chill the fuck out, okay? Yep. Chill out. That's all I gotta say about that.
Absolutely, bro. I agree with that sentiment. Chill out, please.
Yeah.
Well, but if you got nothing else, I got nothing else. Let's get up out of here.
I got nothing else other than that, and it was a pleasure as well. And we'll be back here next Saturday.
Yes,
For
sir.
another episode of the Nuggets Podcast right here on the DFPN and on YouTube. Don't forget, if you watch this on YouTube, leave a thumbs up.
Please.
Subscribe.
Thank
you. Know what I'm saying?
Please. All right, y'all. Till next time, be safe. Take care of each other. Enjoy what you're going to enjoy. Peace.
And I know it's all business, all business, all business. We give them no gimmick. Yeah. And I know it's all business, all business, all business. We give them no gimmick. Yeah. And I know it's all business, all business, all business. We give them no gimmicks, gimmicks.